Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Unlucky Ones for our third season called The Unlucky Journey, which is being played in 5th edition. My name is Ryan. I play a character named Elias Blackfist, a human monk who is studying the way of the open hand.
Hello, I'm Peter, and I'm playing a character called Gnarl Grinsley. And Gnarl is a self-proclaimed pirate who's on a pirate ship looking for his family.
And I am Michael, your DM or Dungeon Master, and this is the world of Erita, so come and join us on an unlucky journey. So, last that you left off, Gnarl, you had just opened the door to the captain's quarters.
Hey, oh, sorry.
And the last thing you saw was the man in the feathered garb slap the top of the chest, and then you saw what looked like fire kind of dance off his fingers onto the chest. I am going to give each one of you basically a turn to move, and we're going to start with Gnarl.
And how far am I from jumping off into the sea?
Well, I think you're talking about the windows, right,
Yeah.
in the back.
So cannon ports.
So, well, a cannon port, you would have to be to the left or right. You're probably about 20 feet from, relatively.
Okay. And can I fit through those from a quick glance?
You are a small character, I
yep.
believe. So, yes, absolutely. You probably could dive through one of those. Presume that it's not, if it's only closed with the flap and there's no like lock hook on it.
And I don't know that right now.
You don't know that right now. It's also dark because it's kind of the morning.
Okay, so my first. So I'm gonna move towards that
Okay, so you're going to run straight at that.
in the hopes that there are also cannons there.
All right. So without a word, the door left partially open. Elias, you see as Gnarl just turns and runs straight for one of the
Hit the deck.
one of the flaps of the like the cannon ports on the underside of the thing. So, Elias, your turn.
So he's holding this box.
Yeah. So the man who is the captain, from Gnarl's perspective, but another sailor is holding the box, and then the garbed man is touching the top of the box currently,
Okay.
and it's
so-
currently it just started to ignite.
So I think. Is there windows in this room? Like, does the captain have windows? I assume.
Huh? Yes, the captain. There's windows on the back. Yes. So basically, if you're looking in there, you can see the very nice, ornate, like big desk that the captain has like various maps on, and then behind him is kind of the like bay windows with several chests on the side of the rooms. In the room, so like on the right side, you can see like several like, for lack of a better term, treasure chests, and on the left side, you can see kind of drawers and such.
Okay, so I think his idea would be to bat the explosive out of the window. I don't think it'll, like, I don't think he expects it to save the ship. I think it's more to prevent it from destroying the whole ship and maybe just blow a hole in the back and, like, then it buys them time to get out effectively.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
How far is he?
he's about 15, 20 feet from you.
Oh, cool. He's close.
Yeah, so you can run up, and you're going to make what I'm going to just call basically I would say an attack roll because you're just trying to hit it away, right?
Yeah, so
And he's going to just make go on.
as he runs forward, you'll see Elias in this moment of complete stress. He's going to launch forward as these swirls of black energy kind of appear around his hand as I finally unlocked Flurry of Blows. And so he's going to attempt to basically use all of his actions just to hit this guy and knock it out.
Okay.
So the highest of which is a 20? Not a nat 20, a 20.
A 20? Yes, 20 will hit.
So yeah, the first two are like 10 each. So I assume they miss. But he runs up and he kind of like jabs, and I assume this dude's just like dodging out of the way.
Yeah,
Describe it for me.
So
I know what it
yeah,
looks
so
like.
you run up and you're going for like the swift 1, 2, 3, right? So the first one goes, he lifts his hand up and steps back near the window. The second one, he leans off to the left as your left hook comes in, so to speak. And then your third,
So yeah, kind of having him dodge the first one, or rather deflected the first one, dodge the second one. I think Elias would bring his foot up and kick the chest out of his hand, cut out the back window.
perfect. So you kick, and I rolled for him too. You kick the chest, and he holds on to that shit as it smashes into the window and like goes pretty much out. But he's hanging on to the inside, and he's
I
like,
kicked him half out of the window.
well, yeah, you kicked the chest,
was
and it just
holding
took
it,
him with it. That was your turn.
I'd back away as far as I can.
Okay,
So I moved 20, so I have 20 more.
20 more. So
get
yeah,
back
you
to
could
the
get back
door.
to the door.
Yeah.
And then your father Drexel will. I don't assume you wouldn't resist your father's hand, right?
No.
Okay,
No,
good.
no.
The hand of your father.
Yeah, that was a weird way to put that, but no, he wouldn't resist help.
No, so yeah, once you get back to the door, you feel your father's hand grab the back of your garb, and you feel a very hard yank as he like quite literally tosses you about like 15 feet backwards, and then quickly shuts the door. I technically cut Gnarl off, so I'm going to give you, because you only ran 20 feet. So it is indeed latched, closed. Do you want to try to unlatch it real quick?
Does it look like I could?
I mean, realistically, yeah, it's not like a lock, because you have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
it access fast. It's like one of those slap latches.
I'm gonna attempt to unlatch it.
Perfect. Yeah. So yeah, you unlatch it, and it's movable. You're jumping out. Is that what your plan is?
Do I have a second to look down?
I mean, yes, you have a.
I go and
half a
open the hatch, look down.
You look, and we'll say it's the water side.
Okay, and that should be supported. So I'm gonna go. Bye.
All right, so you watch as your maid friend dives out the side window as you are like tossed back, Elias. Top of the turn. So a loud explosion basically pierces everyone's ears. So Gnarl, on your way down, you see the flash of colorful light to your left as the explosion goes. Elias, you can make me a Dex with advantage saving throw, and Gnarl make a Dex saving throw.
19.
19. And then of course your father.
That's a 9. No, an 8.
An 8. Okay.
An 8. What do we appreciate?
So, loud. This explosion is big. It, from the outside, if you were looking at the boat, it's basically as if half the boat would have been destroyed and gone in a couple seconds. Elias, we'll start from your perspective. As the boat explodes,
Dad!
your body is hurled straight through the top of the, what's it called? The boat, like the.
Did the top deck, like up through the upper deck?
Yeah, like right through the upper deck, back onto the port. You are hurled back on the dock, but taking no damage as you slam your body into it. You watched as your dad was pushed by the door and caught in the explosion. And Gnarl, you, my friend, will be taking.
Oh shit!
You will be taking 7 damage
So that puts me at 0.
as you are
Slam
engulfed
into the
into the fire and pushed violently back into the leg of the dock underwater.
If leveling up doesn't reset it any.
Elias, you
Okay.
feel the dock thump with a loud, and you even see Gnarl's body hit the side of the dock and like collapse into the water. People begin to scream and run. You see, actually, I don't see shit. You can roll. Roll perception.
It's 18.
18. So you see off near the like entrance to the dock, like where the road and the dock connect, you see a royal carriage seem to turn quickly and like ride back upwards. And you know it's a royal carriage because it's very pretty, and no other carriage on earth carries beautiful cloth and
right.
gold. But you see that turn, you see people start scattering very quickly, and then you see what looks to be like standard guards start rushing in.
Cool. So yeah, Dad! And then he's going to immediately try to jump in the water to find his dad.
Okay, excellent. So yes, you dive into the water. Directly below where you dive, you see Gnarl sinking to the bottom, and scattered corpses of many people all from the boat, and several other people who look like they're gasping for breath as they sink underwater.
That's all cool. Where's Dad?
What?
That's all cool. Where's Dad?
I'm getting there. You see near the kind of the center, floating near the bottom, not moving, is your father.
Ah, good. I will swim down to grab him.
Good. So yeah, you swim down, and you, with some effort, you can lift your father back up to land. When you pull him back onto the dock, you can see that his back is entirely charred, with splinters kind of running through his body.
Okay, I have no idea if he's alive.
No, I mean he's not moving, so he could be unconscious or dead.
Come on, wake up! Come on, Dad! Come on!
No motion.
I'm gonna like shake him a little.
So yeah, so you shake him, and his body kind of like he coughs a little bit. Like you see a little bit of water run out of his mouth, and a little bit of blood. But he coughs, and then very quickly, his hand will snatch up and grab you, and he'll go, "Did you see who was in there?"
Yeah, it was a robed guy with feathers and the captain of this boat.
And he like isn't looking at you. He's looking straight, like almost like straight through you, and he lets go of you and drops back and is out.
Is he alive though? Can I feel for a pulse or?
Yeah, he feels alive right now.
Oh, thank God. I'll be like, okay. Fuck. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I don't know if I need to set the bones. I feel like this is a little beyond that. Can I make a medicine?
Yes, you can make a medicine. While Elias does that, Gnarl, roll
Ooh,
me
20.
Ooh, that's
Nat
good.
20.
Roll me a death saving roll.
Not 20.
That's good.
It's pretty good.
With 1 hit point, you awaken underwater.
Shit.
You are surrounded by the
Sharks.
corpses of your crewmates, Ingrid, and many of the others you've come to love.
I only know you for like a week. I get out of here. Try to swim up.
So yeah, so you swim back up to surface. It is panic at the dock. You see the boy you met, Elias, who is currently tending to his father, who rolled so well that
With nat 20 back to back.
your father will be stabilized. You can tell, like he's breathing.
Yeah, he's like
he's alive. You probably still should rush him to a hospital, but he's
I'm
alive,
like, okay.
or I should say, an apothecary or something.
Healing salve, and I'm just like digging through his bag, and I'm just like, okay, healing paste, some of my blood. I guess he thought this was gonna go much worse, and then so like once I have him stable, I'm gonna like, I guess he's fully unconscious, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna like hoist him onto my back, and then I'm gonna put all the key I have left into my feet, and so similarly, you'll see the swirls of kind of black wrap around my feet as I just take off towards the nearest apothecary.
So yeah, you start sprinting. Nar, what are you doing? So you're back on the surface.
I look up at the boat that might not be there anymore.
The Maria Gob is now just referred to as Gob, because
Gob
the other
by the
half of
ocean.
it is burned off, as the front half is sinking into the water.
Do I see the captain's body?
You know what? You certainly can find it. Yes.
I pull him onto shore if I can.
So you pull him on the shore and make me an Arcana roll.
Is that one of my skills?
Could be
12.
12. His body is shimmering,
Like glowing?
like mist,
Like-
misty shimmering.
Oh, he's disappearing?
You could say that.
I quickly attempt to see what's on him and take it off his body.
Okay. With a quick realization, you can find the it's basically like a badge, like a star, like a cowboy would have, but it's it's his badge. It has a little sea serpent with a knife through it.
I'm a captain now.
That's the only thing you'll be able to grab before that happens. So when you grab that, the body changes to a much older man, dressed up in basically like very tight like leather, as if he were just wearing like a water skin suit.
Who are you?
He's dead. There's no responding to the corpse.
Who are you? Oh, what the fuck's going on? I'll look around in the panic and be like, shit, and hide. I'm gonna go disengage and hide.
Okay.
What are you disengaging?
I don't want to be caught up in
He
this.
disengages from the air and then hides.
You won't get me with a sneak attack hitter.
One's away.
Do you have a preference to where you're hiding? Or are you just running to the nearest place that looks like a spot you could hide in?
Back to my hotel room or whatever it is.
Back to the room in the Silver Pony?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I don't get stabbed again.
So you sprint back. To the
It's like,
Silver Pony.
I can't get caught up with this.
Okay. Elias, you make it to an apothecary.
Yeah. As I kind of thunder through the door, I'll like thump my dad gently onto the counter and be like, "He needs help, like now, like as fast as we can."
A young bird person basically steps out and says, "Oh, yes," and like quickly like moves aside stuff and grabs like different potions, and they go, "And you are?" As it pops open.
I'm
the door.
Elias. This is my dad, Drexel. He got hit in an explosion that you probably heard.
And so so the air crocker will say, "Oh yes, I did hear the explosion." And he goes, "What was that?" And he like opens his dad's mouth and starts pouring something down his throat.
I don't know. There was a guy in a box, and then it exploded. And I tried to kick the box out the window, and kind of did. And then, yeah, it went boom, and my dad pushed me away.
And so silently, the air crocker will like start like pulling out some of the like wooden shards in your. In your phone.
Sir, I'm tired. Can I sit for a bit?
Yes, it is. And the bird points over to one of the chairs and says, "Yeah, you can sit over
Yeah, I
there."
think Elias will kind of exacerbatedly walk over there, and like flop into one of the chairs and just kind of like hold his hands on his temple and like push the bits of his I don't remember what color hair I said. Yeah, I think it was black. Pushes it
now?
up. Yeah, his black hair and like the neat like what do they call it? Like top ponytail.
Oh, yeah.
has like broken apart, I think, and he's kind of like got strands of it just between his fingers, and he's kind of pressing, and he's like, "Holy shit, what the fuck was that?" And I think he's just gonna kind of like decompress for a second,
Okay.
and then he's gonna wait. I did it, and then he's gonna just that'll be for him.
Okay. I don't think the apothecary will make a comment. The Gnarl. So you run back to the Silver Pony, and as you get to the front, there are 3 men in that feathered garb standing outside.
Oh shit, they're after me. And I like look at my battered body and I'm like, I need to get healed up. And I go, where are the nearest apothecary then?
Huh? Funny how that works. Huh?
Amazingly, you find yourself at the same apothecary.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Gnarl, I did it. I don't know how I did it. I can't do it again.
You kicked it in front of me.
And he's like, you see, Elias is like focused, and he's like trying to like almost straining a little vein in his head's popping out as he's
Oh,
like,
you're gonna blow a gasket.
he's like, I don't. How did I? But I just did it. I understand.
With that glowing shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the box.
No, that was my key. I've never used key before.
I know.
I-
Good thing you're a doctor.
What? I don't. I need to think this one out. And he's gonna sit back down and like,
I need a band-aid.
you'll see him just kind of stare at his hands and his feet and be like, and like clench his fist and shake them every couple minute or so. Like, come on, fuck.
There's those feathered garb guys at the building again. Or the stable.
Well, once I figure this out, there'll be no problem.
Yeah, no.
The apothecary will look up, still tending to Drexel, and will look at you, Gnarl, and say, "The Feather Guard is the Royal Guard. Were they there to help?"
I don't know. I'm bleeding right now. I need assistance.
He points to one of the potions. Like, take. There's a green one over there. Take that.
This
It'll
is an
help you.
alchemical fire. All right. I go whoop, down the hatch.
It is alchemical.
Yeah,
It
burn.
is alchemical fire. You are fucked. You heal 4.
Oh, it didn't do much. Got another one.
Cost money.
Damn. Healthcare here.
Where's that universal healthcare the king promised?
How much to full heal me? How many of these?
32 gold.
Oh shit! What the hell is what the?
It ain't cheap.
How many will 10 give me?
Nothing.
Gold.
A third of that, I assume.
Yeah.
A third of that. So
All right. What's my
1.
third? 1 HP.
It's a D4. Oh, I cut it into 3s. No, it heals you 1. Like you basically got to sip out of a vial, and then he took. He's like, I need the rest for this dying dude on my counter.
Whatever.
I'll get to you after. Okay. What would you like to do while she tends to Drexel?
Oh, he's just chilling.
Oh,
I'll short rest. I mean, if there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you want to walk around and talk or do anything, or talk to the.
I think Elias is a little overwhelmed at the moment.
You'll spend the next several hours there. While at some point the aircracker will take your father back into the back room and ask you guys to stay out front. And then after so long, he'll come back out, and he'll sit down in front of you two, and go, okay. He's like, your father is stable, but he won't be able to move as of right this second.
That's okay. It's probably best for him. So Elias will kind of be there like, well, I guess he's all right. I guess I can go see what the secret was now. And so I'm going to go into the back room, presuming I'm permitted.
Yeah, you're permitted.
I'm going to go to my dad's stuff, and I'm going to look through his pouch to see if I can find a letter that explains what he was here for.
Yes, okay.
Since he didn't want to tell me.
Yes. So you do find a letter. And a letter, excuse me. It is a letter sealed by the king, and it basically details a plot of it's a political assassination attempt that he came to help stop. Doesn't know who or why, but he does know that it was going to take place this night, or this morning, I should say, and was supposedly to take place on his trip because he was heading out back towards the mountains. By boat.
The king was being assassinated.
Yeah, the king was being.
Okay,
sorry.
got it.
This is
Interesting.
deep shit.
Well, I think we won.
I mean,
Oh yeah, is Gnarl back there too?
am I? I am. I walked over
I wouldn't
there.
have stopped you, yeah.
Are you hiding the paper from me?
No.
All right.
I'm cool with it.
Well, that's a lot.
Well,
Not my job.
mission accomplished. And I'm going to fold it up and set it back in his bag. Be like, I guess I'm going to wait for him to wake up. Then
If
we'll
I
go
help
home.
out the king, I can find my family. 'Cause he owes me. I loudly whisper.
Yeah, I probably.
Yeah. Who would want to kill the feathered guy from the other day? Yesterday. Earlier today.
Who wants to kill the feathered guy? Didn't you?
No. Well, not now. I meant the feathered guy you told off wants to kill the king, probably.
Yeah, no, I get your point. I mean, that's the point of us being here, I guess. It sounds like we won. I mean, the boat sank, and that sucks, but the king wasn't on it, so that's good.
Why would he be on my captain's boat?
He wasn't. That is what I just said.
He could have been. Unless they're giving
It could have been. Anyone could have been.
I think he was buying the explosive or selling the explosive to the
Yeah.
other guy, and they were going to blow him up outside the city. Because usually setting off bombs in your own city is not the best move.
Explains why he didn't tell me about it.
There was also one in the courtyard, so maybe they were just going to try and get him before he even left his house.
Should we report this to the authorities?
I don't know, man. I don't really. I'm
Aren't
just an initiate, dude.
Are you like the authorities?
No,
Oh. Well,
the feathered guys are the authorities,
no,
technically speaking.
they were buying the thing.
Those gears are firing. I can see it.
Yeah. Pan's camera.
I don't get your point here, guy. So what? What are you asking me?
I need your help.
With?
Saving the king.
I think we did.
Again. They're not going to stop today.
I don't. Look, man, you're cool. All right. I like your gravel in your throat, but I think I am just a humble student who knocked a guy out in a single hit like a badass. So
I think you're on their watch list.
I'm not really qualified to go taking on my own missions, even if I am more than capable of doing them. I have to wait for my dad to wake up, and he gestures to his sleeping dad, so that we can go home, and then someone more important than me can give him another mission, and if I'm lucky, he'll let me go with, but all things considered, he probably won't, because he got blown up in a boat, and he's probably not going to like that too much.
Sounds about right.
I can't just assign my own missions. What do I look like?
Why can't you?
I just
You're an
went through
adult.
this.
You're a young adult.
We just covered this topic.
All right, I'm on my own. And I turn around and walk out.
Okay. So.
It's nice meeting you. I've been told I don't have to give you money when I say that anymore.
You can still do that.
All right. So Gnarl walks out. Elias, you're waiting then.
Yeah, if his dad's asleep, I mean, he doesn't really frame of reference, doesn't have much else he knows to do.
Right. Yeah.
He's just like, Dad's the master. He's not dead, so I don't have to go home yet. So I'm just going to wait for him to wake up. Mostly because I think he's afraid if he fucks off and his dad does wake up, his dad will be pretty mad. He doesn't want that.
Perfectly fair. All right. We'll start with Gnarl, and then we'll get back to Elias due to Elias just waiting currently.
Yeah.
So Gnarl, where are you off to after you walk out of the apothecary?
I will look over towards the dock area, and
There's smoke and smolder and probably the sound of like constant breaking wood because they're probably breaking the wood so it doesn't like all sink to the bottom.
I should probably lay low for a little bit. So I'm gonna go try to find some like, I don't know, tavern or something that were all like the sketchy folk hang. I don't know.
I don't know. The Silver Pony sounds pretty good.
Sketch are us.
The sketcher. Well, I don't know. Is this guy still out there? The
You damn well bet they are.
Well, I'm not going there.
Sure. Let's say you can find a different tavern then.
I will enter said tavern.
Yeah.
And
The scruggly scallywag.
I like that. The Scruggly Scallywag, and it's a bunch of ex-pirates. They're all retired.
how long has it been since the explosion?
We'll say 4 or 5 hours, so it's like still morning.
Okay, and I
Just
kind of
not, like,
like
early
put
morning.
my hood up and I just sit in the back. I'm gonna listen into any like a random conversation, so nothing in particular.
Yeah. Give me a perception.
One, not now, Griffith, but
I
one.
would have had a 12. Just, you know.
Well, you can hear the apothecary mumbling to himself. He's actually sitting there, and he's like, "Why do people just not pay me and drop shit onto my room? Maybe I shouldn't let the door always open sign."
upset.
Gnarl, it's just a cacophony of people talking, so it's kind of hard to pick anything out. You realize that it doesn't work because, like, movies, nothing in movies ever works correctly.
So that was my perception. Is there like more? This is a bunch of pirates. Is there like more people from the dock here than normal? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. There's lots of dock folk. There's lots of workers. It's a rundown establishment. So like the chairs are like creaky and like broken a little bit. But you can tell it's probably part of the charm of the place. Almost like a dive bar.
No feathered garb looking people.
I mean, some people are wearing feathers, but no.
You seen Eric Crocco in the corner? He's just got like slicked back, blonde. What do you get that feathers are with the little streaks in it? And this is Guy Fieri.
And he's like, "This is
Flavored.
great.
Welcome to Diners, Dive-Ins, and whatever.
Welcome to the scout."
This hole in the wall, whatever the hell I said. Scriggly scallywag. It may look like nothing from the outside.
But on the inside, it's flavored.
Nasty nibblers. Well, I will just idly pass my time here till it gets night.
Okay, we'll go back to the other person who wasn't passing.
So we're waiting as a group.
As a group,
So
you
we're
guys are
waiting.
waiting in separate locations.
So what happens, I guess, over the next few days?
Yeah, what's the news looking like?
So your dad will wake up later today.
Okay.
So he'll wake up still laying in bed, and I assume you didn't like go very far, so he probably can see you.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
And he'll roll over and go, "Hi, Elias."
Dad, hello.
"Hey." And he looks around and is like, "You bring me here?"
I did.
He's like, "Thank you. Good job." And
Thank you.
he'll roll back on his side, very clearly in pain. And he goes, "Okay. So, do you remember anything that happened after the explosion, before you carried me here?"
So Elias will look longingly into the distance and go, yes, I used my key to get here.
And your father goes, "Excellent." He's like, "Good, very good. I'm very happy that you finally unlocked the ability to use key."
I did. It
He's
was
like,
very cool.
Now think for just a second, a little bit, past the key. What else was there?
Gnarl was drowning, and he swam up to a body and stole something. And then the body was old. And then, let's see, people were
Rat me out,
very
you
upset.
son
And then Gnarl was also upset when he got here. He came separately, don't know why. And then he left separately. I'm also unsure as to why. Oh, and then he wanted me to go with him, and I didn't.
He's like, well, thank you for waiting for me. He goes,
That's about all I remember.
okay. He's like, you didn't see like any Dragonborn on the ship, did you?
Dragonborn. I didn't see any Dragonborn on the ship, right? The captain was some dude, and the other guy was some dude.
Yeah, they were normal people.
No, none of that.
Okay. He's like, good. He's like, that means we got there in time. Okay. He says, I need you to, as I currently cannot move, and I also can't feel anything. Would you please take a message for me to the king?
I can try.
He's like, so first, make sure he's okay. Tell him I send my, my well wishes if he got hurt in any of that.
Okay.
Secondly, tell him that I sent you. And then third, ask him what the next threat is. And he should be able to help you.
Okay.
I don't know where Gnarl went, but perhaps find and take him too. He might be involved in this
Okay.
if he came on that boat, there's something very clearly linked together between the two of them.
What do you mean?
But so he goes, but I'll be here. I won't leave until you get back if I can walk again soon.
Okay. Wait, that was the message. You're not giving me a message.
Oh yeah, no, just save the message. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have anything to like
I thought
physically
it was
give
like
him.
paper.
No.
Okay. Well, off to it, I suppose. And then he's
sir.
going to give him like a little bow and then exit the room.
Your dad will nod, but not bow, for he cannot move.
Way to rub it in.
And then when I get outside, I'll be like, I'll step back into the road. I'll kind of look around and be like, where does the king live?
So yes, you ponder this for a minute, and I guess I'll come back to Gnarl for a second. Gnarl, you're sitting in this tavern for the rest of the day, pretty much.
And I've been drinking.
Heavy.
Later!
Give me a con roll, why don't you, friend?
Which one?
Con
Some
roll.
goblin juice.
Con saving,
Goblin roll.
Con saving roll.
Not 20.
Ooh, look at you holding your
It was like a
alcohol
chance
in.
of 22 total.
So maybe about like, I don't know, let's say 7 hours into your wait, relatively. People start walking in. Random guards members, so like Dragonborn dressed up in like plate mail. Random people in feathered garbs will walk in with them, walking around.
I'm going to stealthily leave if I can.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll.
I wish that was in that 20. 12.
12.
12.
So yeah, you start trying to step out, and one of the normal guards, the Dragonborn guards, goes, "Oh, hold on there, little fella." And is like, "We're looking for somebody," and he'll like pat you back in to the.
Like cat trying to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Come on, back in.
Okay, and I'll walk back over.
And before you walk away, he's like, "Well, I guess we could just talk to you, start." And he'll pull up one of the rickety chairs and ask you to sit down, and he'll sit down right across from it.
Top of the evening.
And he's like, "All right, so we're currently in search of anyone who has information or may know of the people who committed the destruction of the boat this morning." You see as two of the people wearing feathered garbs surround the guard on either side and put up their, what I like to call like their bad cop faces, where they cross their hands and on their arms. They cross their arms as they look down at you as the Dragonborn sits there
Yeah.
with a toothy smile.
Shook the whole place. What happened? What happened?
So, were you anywhere near the explosion this morning?
I was near the port, but I wasn't particularly there when the boat exploded. Kind of around after.
So you were near the port?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see who, by any chance, may have been carrying anything that looked dangerous onto the boat?
I didn't see anything carried onto the boat.
Okay. Did you see anyone that's not supposed to be on that boat, by any chance? Someone who may have been acting nefarious?
It's a bunch of sketchy pirate guys. I mean, CS.
Okay, so yeah, you can roll me a deception. See how long you can hold this for.
It won't be long. 15.
15? Okay. He'll go, okay, all right. He's like, by any chance, can you identify or help identify some of the bodies? 'Cause we need to know, you said some sketchy pirate people, so you saw who was on the boat, right?
2 of them.
2 of them? Well, good. Well, we can definitely make use of that. And he'll stand up and be like, we're going to go ask the other people. And the 2 Royal Guard members will walk over to you and will put a hand on your shoulder and be like, all right, let's head down.
Okay.
So you'll start walking that way. Elias, you will wonderfully see your friend being escorted by 2 of the men in feathered garbs back down towards the docks.
The Dragonborn or?
No, the humans in feathered garb.
Oh, I didn't think he liked them.
That's what you see while you're like walking around pondering where the king lives.
He might know though. Gnarl. And I'm gonna walk over.
I turn around. Oh.
Hey, do you know where the king lives?
No. No, I don't. These guys might.
And the 2 will look down at you too, and he'll point up to the very tall, big, majestic building at the top of the yellow brick road, effectively, and he'll go, the king lives in that castle.
There was something else. Oh yeah, you're supposed to come with me.
Yeah, I remember now. Sorry, fellas. I have to meet with the king.
Well, we can happily take you to the king. What's your meeting for?
Perfect.
He's my chaperone.
Yeah.
It's on a need-to-know basis. You wouldn't get it.
Anything that involves the king is our need-to-know basis.
I gotta talk to him.
We'll take you guys up there. So they'll escort you guys upwards.
These guys are pretty nice.
I don't know. They're trying to kidnap me. Everyone's watching me.
They're both watching you. They're walking with you.
I only looked over to my right
They're
side.
evil.
Or
They're
friends.
sus.
They're mighty sus. So you guys will approach the big gate of the castle. Do you have anything to say?
I don't want to incriminate myself anymore.
Oh, who are your friends?
Oh, you know. I don't know them, actually.
Oh,
They were questioning people.
why?
Yeah, why?
One of the guards says, we were looking for the people who destroyed the boat this morning.
Oh, that was the captain.
Captain?
Yeah, he blew up the boat, and then I don't know. Gnarl stole something from his dead body, and now we're going to the castle.
Oh, excellent. What did you have?
Oh, and then he was old.
They look like they don't process that very well, and then I go, what did you take from the body?
I found this. I pulled that badge.
And one of them will take it from you, unless you like want to just try to hold on to it.
Be like, what do you need this for?
Evidence?
He can have it.
I don't want it.
I'll take it to the king directly.
No, it's for us. We're investigating. King doesn't have to worry about that.
Maybe he does. Maybe, probably.
Hand it to me?
Is that a threat?
Yes. Hand it to me.
Oh. Pull it out slowly. Give it to him.
He'll take it, and then he'll push you through the gates and say, straight ahead, and keep walking straight.
Hey,
Don't
what's
go.
your name? What's your name?
Don't worry about it. And then he'll.
No, I gotta know your name. I insist, sir.
You can roll your persuasion roll. Convince the man. And I guess with advantage for childlike, not childlike, but like naive behavior.
I'm glad that when I opened D&D Beyond, it gave me a beholder.
Is there a chance I can slide a hand the badge back?
If he succeeds, yes.
Okay.
If he fails, no, because then they'll be focused on you. Or I'll say yes, but with disadvantage.
Okay.
definitely over 20.
Okay. He'll go. My name is Hamid.
Hamid. Mm-hmm. So sorry, what does he look like?
So he is a human with kind of long, like semi-long hair. I would call it like a little bit more than like the standard like male haircut with the short sides and the tall top. He's got
Okay.
semi-long hair, fine facial features with kind of looks elvish, but he's definitely a human. He's missing the pointy ears from the elvish. He wears this the signature same garb that you see that is like laced with feathers over like what's it called leather armor, and then he stands relatively about like. I almost said 4 feet tall. He's a lot taller than that. He's at least like 5'6". He's like 5'6". But that's what he looks like.
Okay.
The other one is a similar is a man with who's balding with a cut across his eye. Kind of looks like a tiger scar.
What's your name, bald man?
Bald man. His name is Olu.
Okay. Well, thank you, sirs.
And he'll go, "You're welcome." And so he succeeded. So yes, you may make your sleight of hand roll.
As he turns around, I reach into his pocket. There's no luck in this game. Yeah, that's a nice 6.
Delicious. Let me roll something preemptively. Excellent.
Lost my arm.
All right, so yeah, so you saw him stuff it into his left pocket. That's where I assume you were going to reach for.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you reach out as Elias is kindly talking to them, and as he finishes saying the other guy's name, he's like, "Oh, this is Alu." Sees your hand and will turn and go, "Stealing is it?"
No, you
And
got a
he'll
bug
grab
on
you.
you.
How tall are you?
5'1".
5'1".
He's only a couple inches shorter than you.
So
He'll try to grab your scuff and realize you're the same height.
Maybe it's 4'1".
so he's gonna grab you by
4'3". Sorry,
You're 4'3".
4'3".
Even so, though.
Yeah.
Still a little tall. So he's going to grab you by basically the shoulder, and he's going to hit you in the face. Actually, I should ask you: is he going to hit you in the face? Is it 16 hit you?
Can I not get hit by that? Yeah, 13 is my armor class.
13 is your armor class. So he's going to hit you in the face with his gauntlet, effectively dealing 4 damage.
I will follow up with a strike to his head.
Escalates quickly.
That's impressive. All right, do it.
Hold on, we're good.
Well, everyone roll initiative. You can hit. You can still hit him. Just roll initiative as well.
Nat 20. I don't know why I rolled
Wow.
2 of those. Well, because bonus action, that's why. So 9 and nat 20.
Nat 20. So
The
nat 20
9,
hits.
the 9 will be a 14.
14. That'll hit. You turn and you so describe to me what happened. So basically, you watch as Gnarl gets caught effectively like penny pinching, and you watch as the guy turns and decks Gnarl in the face.
So I think when the guy goes to turn back, I will have liked to have taken my quarterstaff and just kind of like bop, bop, both directions. Just like hit him once across the face to knock him one way, and then again to knock him the other way. I'm trying to break his jaw also.
And how much damage did you do?
13 total.
13 total. Okay, so yeah, you slap him across the face. He looks very unhappy. He's not down.
That was rude, sir.
So they rolled an 18. You rolled a further
14.
initiative.
14.
14. So they'll go first.
Uh-oh.
All right. So 1 to Gnarl, 1 to Elias. Gnarl. I'm sorry. So at 20,
I'm going down.
as they draw their short swords, that'll be 7 damage.
I am down.
So you watch as your friend is stabbed in the side and drops to the ground as the other one turns to hit you. 14.
Nope.
Nope. So the other one swings his sword towards your chest.
I'll just deflect with the quarterstaff. I'll be like, no. It's rude to hit people.
Or stab.
So Gnarl, who is currently collapsed on the ground, roll me a death save.
That 20 again? Oh, a 3.
It's a fail. 1 fail. And then it'll be Elias' turn.
So I will Flurry of blows, targeting the weak one, but obviously changing if he goes down at any point.
Yeah.
D&D.
12.
The lowest is 12, so 12 doesn't hit.
Yeah, so then 13 on the second one,
Does not hit.
and then 15.
Hits.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, the one that you hit originally, you strike again, and he will drop. I assume you're being non-lethal, but
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt to ask.
So I'll kind of like deflect the incoming sword and then just like spin the quarterstaff around and bat him across the head.
Yeah, so the guy, the royal guard drops to the ground. The first one, back to the top of the turn. It'll be the second one, who will not hit you at an 8.
Yeah. I'll deflect another strike. Just like I like to think that Elias is kind of dancing around these dudes. Every royal guard I've encountered, I've been able to beat the shit out of.
To be fair, one of them was indeed weakened.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
2 attacks. So 20 something and 18.
Yep, those will hit.
20 or no. 16.
16. So you so you bat so you hit him twice, right?
Yeah.
So I assume you're going for the same like move a couple times to break his jaw.
I think with the second one, since he's drawn a weapon and wounded Gnarl, he'd probably take a little more of a actual fight stance.
Right.
And so I think he would deflect the incoming attack and then kind of like, so as the sword comes in, I think he would hit it with the stick to stop it, push it away, and then slide the stick up his arm and hit him across the face. And then when he's stunned, he'll kind of bring it back the other way.
So yeah, you basically the thwack
Yeah.
of the double hit on his face as this guard also drops, not out cold, but to his knees, like in a lot of pain, and like holding his face in where you basically slapped him with a stick. And,
I'm going to point at him and be like, I mean, you think you're not a guard.
and he'll cough. Is that all you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he'll yell, "Guards!" And then a slew of people will run out of the castle.
I don't think he's a guard.
I'm unconscious.
So,
I will quickly take the pendant from the other guy
okay.
and then put it in my pocket.
So, yeah, you got one turn.
That's all.
part of your turn. You're just going to wait.
Yeah.
So,
I'm bleeding out.
the guards will, the actual, like the plated guards will run and circle you guys. Gnarl, maybe another death save real quick.
And I like to mention, my sword was never out. So I look like I just stabbed. This goes off of what?
Nothing. It's just 10 or higher.
9.
So fail.
Gnarl inches closer to the afterlife
Gnarl
every,
closer.
every 10 minutes.
The guards surround you guys, and
So I won't like resist, and I'll be like, guards. I need to see the king.
the guards go look at you and they go, "What happened?" And they look at the royal guard. Did you assault the royal guard?
Yeah, they tried to hurt my friend. Well, they did hurt my friend.
And the royal guard will then like cough up blood and then go, "They tried to rob me."
Nope.
And
That's actually
the
false.
The guards will say, "All right," and then they'll grab you by the shoulder and start walking you up, and they'll drag Gnarl by the
As
foot.
they're walking me, I'll go, that is factually incorrect. He did not rob that guy at all. That guy was over somewhere else. He robbed the other guy. The one that can't speak because I broke his jaw.
I'm still bleeding out.
Yeah, you say that as the guards are leading you into the
Yeah.
castle. Gnarl, you will be treated by one of the guards. Oh, so you will be stable.
1 HP, baby.
1 HP in a dream every time.
Oh, I hate this place.
Every time it's Peter.
So you will be Gnarl will be left in a room that you don't. I'm sure where he is.
Let me out! Let me out!
And Elias, you'll be brought before a king. So you walk into an open expanse that has about 5 long steps that lead up to a very large throne. Sitting upon said throne is a man, or I shouldn't say a man, is a dragonborn who is about twice the size of an average dragonborn, which can sit at about 6, so like 12 feet. He
big boy.
wears a long, very frilly cape, raccoon, like not raccoon, cape.
Coon like.
Very like puffy cape, and a crown actually sits on his head. Several pillars surround with braziers lining kind of the way up, and the guards will drop you near the edge of the steps and say, "You will not go any closer, but you may talk from here." And the king will look down at you and say, "Hello, young one."
Hello, sir.
And it looks at the many guards and says, "What brings you here?" With an entourage.
Well, they're probably afraid of me. And so I'm going to start walking up the steps. I think the most important thing is I have a message for you.
So, all right, so you're going to get up like 3 steps before you're going to get tackled? Like,
I would like to see if they can. If you would have them roll an attack
I
roll,
will-
I would like to see if I just dodge.
okay, that's...
Actually, I'll spend the key point to dodge.
So what does that do
It
for
gives
them?
them disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay. So I'm gonna say 2 people try to tackle you. Deal?
Yeah.
I'll give them both disadvantage. So 13, so 14.
No.
And then the second guard, 6. So
So I like to just, as I'm walking
Wow.
up, I want the one to go, and he'll just kind of like, his feet will light up, or rather, it's his body lights up with that faint aura of like black energy as he kind of just sidesteps one and then kind of like Goku Ultra Instincts over the other one. And he's going to be like, I brought a message.
the king doesn't look scared, but looks like confused. As you hear like guards like yelling in the background as you walk up, and he goes, "All right, what is your message?" I assume you walk as close as like you probably can get.
I probably wouldn't go up to his feet because that's weird, but I'd probably go up to like the second step down.
Okay.
So like if there's 5, I'm on the 4th.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, perfect. So he'll sit there and you'll see his head kind of like arch over a little bit. And he's like, "What message do you have for me?"
Where is the next thread? Mm-hmm. No, that's it. That's the message.
Ah, and he says, "Excellent."
I assume you're making some kind of blanket. That is what my dad told me to ask you.
I want to clarify because I might have just not misspoken. But
I
like,
heard you.
Oh, you
It's
so you know?
threat.
Okay, okay, excellent. I just want to make sure. Okay, so he goes, "Well, I don't have a thread." He says, "Do you?" He's like, "Do you mean something else, son, or are you?" Is
think
that
my
what you meant to
dad,
come to ask you?
Drexel said thread.
Yeah, and he's like, "Okay."
Also, I'm pretty certain that Hammond and Allure are not guards. And he's going to pick teeth out of the
The quarterstaff.
quarterstaff and just kind of throw them on the floor.
The
They
king
tried to take some evidence that we were going to give to you.
the king will laugh and go, the 2 people are of my royal guard. I won't hear you say.
And I apologize.
Thank you. He says, "Please refrain." He says, looking at the picking of teeth, and goes, "From hurting my royal guard if you can."
I will. They should not hit people unprovocatively, though. That is inappropriate. I have for you the evidence that they were trying to steal, and so I'm going to reach into my pocket and take out the little thing.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like a pendant.
And I'll walk over to him because 12 feet's pretty tall, but it's not like giant.
Yeah. No.
And so I'll like hand it up to him.
No,
And I'll be like, "This was on the captain of the boat who exploded,
Excellent. He says,
and he was buying it from a feathered boy like your guards there. The explosion, I mean, not the pendant. That'd be weird."
"Okay. Roll me a insight." Gnarl, roll me to be awake.
Get me out of here. Oh,
Don't roll anything. I'm just playing with you.
I could do it. Let me do it.
Please. 14 by default.
14 by default. All right. So, when you say that the Feathered Guard people were buying it, you see him. I'm gonna say change his mood, but not like it happened suddenly, but more like he did it himself. Does that make sense? He put up a mask. He just put up a mask in front of you.
He put on like a social mask.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then the second you do, he said very loudly, his voice booms. nearly across the room. He's like, "You will not talk bad about my royal guard in front of me, or I will roast you alive." And
I wasn't talking about your guard.
he says, "The garb that they wear is the only of its kind. People wear it. No one can wear it. It is considered an act of." I almost said treason. It's considered an act of aggression and impersonation.
Okay.
I need you to understand that anyone who I see with that, it is an accusation towards them. He's like, I'm letting it go, given that you just avoided both my guard and also knocked 2 of them out. But I need you to know more on
So
that.
hold on. I have a question to follow up.
Go on.
Your Holiness.
Big.
So I guess I should clarify, and he'll bow like a deep bow.
Okay.
I forget my manners sometimes when I get excited, and also your guards are kind of hit me, which they failed, by the way, just for the record.
I just want you to let you know your guards suck.
Not very royal. Regardless, no. I apologize, Your Holiness. I am a dragon priest, and I kind of like straighten up. So well, you know who we are. You know my dad.
And you can see that his face didn't change from the social mask, and he goes, I have no idea who your father is. I'm sorry.
Unfortunate.
And then,
Well then,
kind of like a TV show, you might just like half-assedly look around, and you realize that you're very much surrounded by many of the royal guard. Not you, like down there,
Sure,
but
sure,
like
yeah, yeah.
in the room, there are many of these guard members.
well, I apologize, Your Highness,
He says,
Your Holiness, you sir.
he's like, no apology necessary. You're not from here, and I understand. And he goes, did you come in here with anybody?
Yes, there was a small green man who they tried to beat up. Well, they did beat up, and I beat them up. That's how this all started.
He's like, excellent. He'll point to one of the guards and say, you will take the young master to his friend, and then you two will be escorted out by my royal scribe. All right?
Okay.
And
What is his name?
Quintarius.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, guys. That was the one name I thought of.
Oh wow.
So the guard will motion for you to come down unless you have anything else you want to ask the king right now.
Thank you, sir. And I'll like
Get me out of here.
bow a little. Like, I appreciate your graciousness.
And his head will bow, and then you'll see that mask drop, and then he'll go kind of to a more like.
I would
tense
like
face.
to look him over real quick before it all goes.
Yeah, go.
So I want to make an insight check to see if he's hiding with this performance that he is putting on.
Yeah.
I have an intuition that as a player, he's aware of everything, but that is obviously he's hiding it.
Right, yeah.
So I think really more of is Elias going to notice this check?
yeah, I got you. You can make it with advantage too because
Okay.
you called me out for it.
Well, either way you dice it kind of shit. So 10's the highest I got.
10. I'm gonna call it a basic because
Or
like.
no, passive's 14, so I don't know if it counts in a roll like this, but my passive insight's a 14.
Okay, well we'll start with the passive because I'm cool with that. So yes, you can tell. Elias can very much tell that. What were you divining? I'm sorry.
Basically, I was trying to, if he was giving me any subtle, like, I understand what you're talking about, but shut
Yes,
up
yes.
vibes.
Yeah, basically, it'd be like if he was winking to you. Yes, he's very aware, and even the way he said that he didn't know your dad, you're pretty certain he knows,
knows
your
my
dad.
dad.
He
Everyone
knows
knows
your
my
dad.
dad.
Everyone knows your dad. Everyone knows your dad.
So,
I know you
yeah. So then when we go.
Just he doesn't want to talk about it.
Sure,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Well, and I think noticing the guards passively as well, I think that's probably, he's connected the dots. And so I think, yeah, he'll then go with the scribe to Gnarl.
Yeah, so a guard will take you to Gnarl, and then the scribe will meet you and take you guys out. So you'll go to Gnarl, who was locked in a cell.
I am shaking the board.
So yeah, Gnarl, you've been in the cell for a little bit, and then your friend will. Oh.
As you hear around the corner, so how long have you been a guard?
And the Dragonborn will actually let's see how happy he is with you. You know what? Yeah. So he'll go. Well, I've been a guard for 322 years.
I didn't think Dragonborn lived that long.
Well, you'll learn that actually lots of our kind live much longer than you expect, especially with the current reigning king being a dragonborn.
Interesting. Now the scales, do they grow back?
Well, that's actually a very good point. The scales do indeed grow back, but with great cost.
What do you mean?
Well, it turns out is that when our scales grow back, it's actually very painful and typically causes us to lose other body parts. Not like in a violent sense, but like if a scale grows back, a finger might be lost.
Oh. Have you ever had an ingrown scale?
That might have happened to my aunt. And then
You're very cool, Torvin. I like you.
and then you'll walk around the corner into
Oh,
the
that's
cell.
him.
Yeah, and he's like, yes, your friend.
Get me out! Get me out!
Calm down, friend.
And
These guys are mostly nice.
he'll unlock the cell.
Bad at football.
We're gonna have a whole scene now where it's Elias and Torvin just playing football in the hallways of the fucking great halls.
You hear the
I meant because
echoes.
they failed to tackle me. But
You hear Gnarl screaming in the background.
Well, I like to think you gave him pointers. You're like, when you tackle somebody,
you're going too low, too fast. It makes it easy to avoid. With a takedown, you want to be unpredictable. And then why they went one at a time, I don't understand. I was one person. They should have dove at once. I guess they could have ran into each other, but if I was in the middle, it would have no mattered. It would have got me anyway.
So
I'm even not that good as a monk.
see him taking notes. So he'll unlock the cell and let Gnarl on, and he'll say, "You guys can wait in here. I'll go
cell?
get the scribe." No, not in the cell, just
Oh.
in this room.
Oh, okay.
It's like a half room, half prison, right? There's a
Oh,
cell
there's like a
and,
little-
then,
okay,
and then
gotcha.
like seating out there.
So I'll go sit in one of the little chairs. And
And-
be like, Gnarl, you've missed so much.
And so the guard will close the door and walk out and give you a minute.
Yeah, I was locked in that cell. There's a weird guy in there.
There's no one in there.
I'm going to be like, I think that was you.
Oh, shit.
I think that's just a mirror.
Oh,
lost it.
No.
It was cool. I talked to the king. His guard tried to tackle me while I was talking to him. They missed.
You are cocky.
Let's see. I'm just stating fact. And then he didn't seem to like the facts. And they told me to leave. But I think he knew what I was talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But for some reason, he couldn't say it out loud.
I look down. And I just sit. And that's it.
So I'll sit with you. And I'll be like, I think his guard don't like him.
That would have fooled me.
After that conversation, maybe a couple extra minutes in silence, you the door opens and a kenku walks in, so a very small black bird. So a kenku walks in, kind of looks like a bigger raven, and goes, "Hello, you two." That
Yes,
better?
I love it.
Why, hello, you two.
Hello,
I
you
am
must be
Quintarius.
Quintarius. Hey, I got it.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. Very educational. And he goes, so I am here to escort you two out. And he looks at the
sounds
half-beat
German.
Gnarl, and then
Completely untouched,
no,
Elias.
he's completely untouched Elias. And he goes, follow me. And we'll turn.
Just waddles gently down the hallway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I get a potion?
I am not dispensing any goods. I am just here to walk you out. And,
So I will catch up with him.
yep.
And I'll go, so they seem pretty particular about you walking me out. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. Sharp eye. And he goes, and actually, better yet than he goes, you see under his wing little clipper hands, and he passes you a little note, and he says, don't worry about reading that yet. You can read it when you're outside.
Okay. So I'll put it in my pocket.
And he'll go, but yes, they're very particular. The king particularly likes me to take out some of his favorite guests.
Aw.
And he looks, and also sometimes prisoners.
I'm smiling right now. You are creepy.
I love the laugh. I'm here for it.
But yeah, so I that's what I'm here for. Anything you two need some help with before I let you out completely, as you kind of reach the door?
Potion.
I'm not dispensing goods. I can dispense knowledge and I can dispense aid if you so need, but not in the way of that.
So I'm going to look at him narrowly. I'm gonna be like, "Do you know about all that?" And he'll gesture like vaguely to the throne room.
Yes, I'm very aware. Read the note, and if you have questions, do me a favor and go to this address. And he'll hand you a
Second note.
second note, and it'll. Fuck. I forgot I handed you a note.
Second note.
And when you
So
get
he'll
there,
hand you a second note, which he'll fold and hand it to you, and then he'll be like, and if you have further questions,
there's another note there.
I have this place as a backup.
This gives me like fucking 5
How much
pieces of
paper do you have in there?
You had 3 notes. He's a scribe. He has all the paper.
Okay.
Any further questions?
No, I think I'm running out of pocket
Can I get it in
space.
verbal?
Well, I'll leave you with this last note. This is if you need aid for your wounds.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I know a good one. This is his name.
You didn't put his address
And then he'll
there.
shoo you out before he writes any more notes.
There's no address.
Thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcast, a thumbs up on YouTube. You can like and subscribe to stay informed when we drop new episodes. You can follow us on Twitter at theunlucky01s.
Or X.
No, there's no X in it. Oh, you mean the app is
Yeah,
called
now
X.
it's called X.
Gotcha. Yeah, follow us on X, which sounds like a porn site.
We post to Pornhub every week. That's the only one that'll accept and pay us.
And as always, serpents are not to be trusted. I don't know why I was watching so intently. Like, I hope he likes it.
So,
I was like really invested in your opinion of the.
feathered garbs?
Oh, these weird guys.
Probably can't say that to him. That's probably an insult.
Oh.
No.
Not your feathers. They're lovely.